Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I know so many of you over on TikTok have been blowing up the comments asking for this, so today we're finally doing some customer reviews analysis for it. But before we dive into that, be sure to check out this exclusive discount available for it. You'll find it in the description and in the first comment under this video. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's start with our first reviewer's experience.
This reviewer has finally found a solution that works for all their international trips. For years, this client struggled with the hassle of getting local SIM cards for an old mobile Wi-Fi device to connect multiple phones and a tablet. While some SIM providers were better than others, they occasionally ran into frustrating issues, like losing the ability to receive standard text messages or use Wi-Fi calling, which was a real annoyance. Facing an upcoming trip to South America where their old hardware wouldn't be compatible, they decided to explore a new ecosystem. They settled on this mobile hotspot and took it for a test drive on a recent European trip. Our reviewer was thrilled with the results, calling the device fantastic. After a few minutes to connect to the local network upon arrival, the connection was described as bulletproof, only faltering in a few remote areas with spotty signals. A major advantage was the ability to see data usage in real time, a feature their previous setup lacked. The battery life was also a noted improvement over their old unit. This client was particularly impressed with the excellent customer support, which provided fast and helpful answers to their questions within hours, a stark contrast to the days or even weeks it took to hear back from a competitor. The data plans were another highlight, praised for being straightforward and reasonably priced compared to the confusing and more expensive options from another service. While our reviewer wished for more manual control over when a plan activates and noted that data costs vary significantly by region, they concluded that the device is well worth the investment. For the sheer convenience and reliability it provides on a multi-country journey, it's considered a small price to pay.
Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer has owned this mobile hotspot for about 2 years, and while it's not an everyday device, it has proven to be an incredibly reliable tool in a pinch. Our reviewer primarily depends on it during unexpected power outages or when traveling and needing to get some work done. What's truly surprising is the durability of this little device. This client admits to being clumsy and has dropped it a few times with barely a scratch. In one memorable instance, it fell out of a bag and tumbled down several flights of stairs. The fall left just a single crack on the side, but impressively had no impact on its functionality. Getting connected is just as straightforward. After an initial trial period, topping up data is done through a user-friendly app that offers flexible plans, even for very short periods. The connection is strong enough for video calls, browsing, and even some light gaming during power cuts. It handles multiple devices well, and while connectivity has always been stable, the speed can be a bit slower in more remote areas. However, there's a significant drawback that might be a deal breaker for some: the battery life. If you're planning to use this portable Wi-Fi unit constantly without access to a charger, like on a long hike, it likely won't last more than half a day. This client learned that the hard way when it died mid-journey. For short power outages at home, it's not an issue. A minor concern is that the device seems to heat up more quickly now than it did when it was brand new, though the battery's overall capacity seems unchanged. Despite the short battery life, this reviewer considers it a fantastic purchase. It has been a lifesaver numerous times, ensuring work isn't interrupted by power outages, and has been a great bonus for road trips. The device has remained a consistent and dependable tool over the years.
Fantastic. Now, let's see what insights our next reviewer has to offer.
This reviewer travels quite a bit, especially into areas with spotty cell service, and recently picked up this mobile hotspot to combat the connectivity issues. Honestly, they're really impressed with it so far. It basically grabs onto the local cell tower signal, and then they can connect their phone to it, which gives them service in places where they usually get nothing. Our reviewer even used this gadget at a very crowded event and had reliable service the entire day, even with 3 phones connected at the same time. They mentioned driving along certain highways in the Four Corners area and experiencing consistently good signal and speed thanks to it. They even recommend it specifically for that region. The reviewer also used this device on a trip to California, and it performed amazingly well on the I-10 heading west and throughout the LA area. However, the return trip wasn't perfect. It couldn't connect at all between Palm Springs and Quartzsite, which was a bit of a head-scratcher since it worked fine on the way there. This client feels that the value is good, and they were satisfied with their data usage for the first month. The device helpfully displays which network you're connected to and how many devices are currently linked to it. Setting it up was also pretty straightforward. This reviewer suggests downloading the app while you're still on Wi-Fi and setting everything up before you hit the road. One thing to keep in mind is that the 30-day countdown starts as soon as you power the hotspot on. It takes a minute or two to connect initially, so just be patient. Connecting your phone or tablet is easy. The password is simple to locate. The device can also be charged even when it's turned off. Overall, this reviewer thinks the data plan pricing is reasonable compared to similar devices on the market and would definitely recommend this hotspot.
That's it for this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.